Was it dark then too?
And we are live.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me.
All right. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Glad to have you here again for another Clean AF comedy show. I am Nick Baskerville. So excited to have you here. Let's get these laughs going to get your weekend started off right. First up from Dewayne Comedy, DDub Comedy, Mr. Dewayne White. Sir, how are you doing?
What's up? I'm not starting my camera. That's there we go. Woo! Season 3, and I'm figured it out. Whatever season we're in, I don't even know. Here's the deal. I'm here. I'm happy. Hey, Cindy. Post in the comments, people. We want to hear you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because we like to know what your thoughts are about some of the things that we have going on here.
Some of you, I like to know your thoughts. Others,
next up, the funny lady herself, Miss Nikkie Knowles. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing good. Looking fabulous as always. And
what is up with
last,
all this positivity? What is this about?
and all I can think is Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want.
Whose phone was that?
That's the Lord saying, "Stop making fun of Nikki." That's what that is, right?
Last but not least, let's get Mr. P.T. Bratton on here from LaughItOff Comedy, C3 Connection. Sir, how are you doing? You're practicing. I tell you what, you're doing such a good job practicing what you're going to say. As soon as you unmute yourself, it's going to be phenomenal.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
I'm seeing a trend in this show right now. We're having communications issues. It's great.
It's terrible.
If this is your first time here, I promise you, we've done this before. Maybe I mean, like, we've actually like told jokes and made people laugh. I promise you. I'm excited because it's Friday, and my Friday started off right. I started off watching WandaVision, and it was awesome. It was an awesome episode.
That's dope. Her last comedy special was so good, dude. Is this one good?
No. It's
What? It's Wanda Sykes' new special.
No, that's not the Wanda I'm referring. Where in the Marvel universe have you been, sir? So
I'm gonna do that.
WandaVision is where you got the Wanda the Scarlet Witch, and then Vision, from the Marvel movies, and they're married and they're going through a thing, and it starts off like really boring at first, right? But it's getting exciting now because now they're actually like blowing up stuff and using powers and all that. And I got it, and I'm watching it now because I have Disney Plus, right? I upgraded my internet.
Right on.
I had that for a while, and then it wasn't free anymore.
I'm still in the free season. So, and so we upgraded, and I got that, and I'm loving it. It's just the rest of my family doesn't know that I have Disney.
They do now.
Good on you, man. Good on you.
Well, they're not all that crazy about watching the show anyway, so I'm okay for now. Don't catch me practicing. And I thank you for that, right? I thank you because sometimes you just want your own thing, right?
Yes.
You can be a spouse or a parent
every day.
You want your own thing. I just feel like there's not a lot. I get to have just my own, right? Like I get my own cell phone. Yeah. Right. I get to keep my underwear. Nobody's using that. I get to keep my opinions. Nobody's really looking to hear them. I get to keep all of those things.
Yeah.
But I just appreciate that I can be here and be able to say that without judgment, because sometimes people get judgy when you say you're not going to share something with your family, and they're just all like, how can you be a good dad, and how can you be a good husband and a good Christian? First of all, I like to point out, I never said I was good at anything. If you would go back and look at the episodes, you remember what I really said was I'm decent. Okay.
Good enough.
Exactly. Lower your standards for me. I keep my standards low, and everybody seems to be pretty happy with that. Now there are some things I will share. I do share a few things. I share bills. I share my problems. I've even been told I share too much TMI, which goes back to the whole underwear thing. If you think about it,
you could have kept that.
Well, too much TMI. I think that's redundant, and it says the same thing twice. I don't know if you knew that, but
thank you for making sure my grammar is clear and concise, sir. I appreciate you.
I will be the clean AF grammar Nazi. The clean AF grammar German person.
I don't feel bad at all, besides because they all have Netflix. I mean, we have Netflix, which really I just let them have Netflix.
Who doesn't have Netflix?
Well, I guess the bigger question: who doesn't have Netflix that like is actually their account versus, like an add-on sort of thing, right?
Mhm.
Dude, right?
But I don't watch Netflix anymore. Not anymore. And let me tell you why. I watched to the end of Netflix. Like I have seen it all, and I don't like the way you guys are looking at me like this isn't even possible.
That's
not.
good. I'm glad you've seen it. I've been watching it a lot. I've been watching things about like conspiracy theories and aliens. So you've seen it then, Nick, right? You saw you know then, Nick, if you watch it, you know that Eisenhower apparently made a deal with the aliens. I didn't know that until last week. That's
allegedly. You can't believe everything.
Listen,
I got my own conspiracy. I mean, you don't need a movie to come up with conspiracy. But all of that's going to come true because now they had the landing right on Mars. So now this is really probably them dropping off. Hey man, last time you was here, you forgot your shoes, so we just brought your shoes for you. That's what I think is happening. They forgot something, and they took it over. Yeah, rover, come over. Yeah, there it is. Drop that right on over there.
Well, my mother-in-law, who it's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Ma.
Oh, happy birthday!
Hey,
She said, "Well, if they find anything on Mars, hopefully they find a cure for arthritis." So that's her request. If you
cure for arthritis on Mars,
hey, you never know. You never know.
Did you watch it? Did you watch the coverage? Did you watch the live coverage of it?
No,
landing?
I did not. No, I did not.
I did, man. It's crazy. They had this one kid send in a question. They had like a scientist on there, and the kid's like, since it's red, is it a hot planet? And she made this kid feel so stupid. She's like, no, it's further from the sun. And I was like, wow, I thought it was hot too. Like, what? I didn't know. Man, make this kid feel stupid. I'm like, yeah, I knew that. I knew where it was, and it's like I don't understand this, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, luckily for me, because I've watched all of Netflix, I'm well cultured.
Yes.
I've seen Hollywood movies, I've seen Bollywood movies, I've seen Nollywood movies. Like I didn't.
Wow.
What is
Nollywood?
That's a lot of wood.
Yes, Nollywood. That is actually from like South Africa area. So.
I thought it was from
my
New Orleans,
dad.
like
Yeah, my dad introduced me to that, and he was like watching these movies, and I'm like, I didn't get it, but he was like, man, this is good. I was like, okay.
Yep, it's I saw an interesting one where it was a Nigerian woman and an Indian, not an American Indian, but like an Indian, and they were
India.
they were dating, and their parents didn't know, and they got all mad about it. I was like, oh, cool. So they had this,
and then they had a dance off because that's what happened. That's what they do. I don't know if you watched.
Yes, there was a dance off.
Watched. That happens. Everything is fixed with line dancing.
Yeah,
Not line dancing. When you say line dancing, I just think about country western, like
it's a different
boot scooting,
same
boogie,
thing.
You know,
wobble. It's all line dancing. All that stuff is line dancing. It's just got a
You
different
said
beat.
wobble.
Yes.
I don't think that's the name of it. I think it's just one wobble.
Not when I do it. wobble. like grimace. Robble.
Oh my goodness.
Do the grimace.
Oh man. And so I found that I watched so much Netflix that Netflix stopped asking me if I'm still watching. It just said, why are you still watching? Like, don't you have other things that you're supposed to do?
That is funny. You see, you can tell people's financial status by how much internet they can actually consume nowadays. So we can tell that Nick is rolling in it because he, you know what I'm saying? He can watch it until, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know I'm gonna be able to get through the show before the internet comes out. I'm just being honest.
Xfinity message.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much data I got left. So I'm going to stop talking right now. Just and pray.
Well,
I don't think talking counts against the data.
I don't know how this works, Dwayne. All I know is I keep getting a bill and they keep saying you're over. I'm like, over what? Like you've used 75% of what? This is so ambiguous. I don't know what's going on.
1.2 terabytes. How much is that? That means nothing to me.
Are we going to have
a kilogram? I don't know what that is.
Like a word count, like we have to have like everything come up. So we're like, oh no, we're getting close. Let PT go next.
Right.
Rearrange these squares real fast.
Oh,
That's
man.
ridiculous, man. I don't know.
Sorry.
Dude,
I'm sorry, Nick.
Yeah. So mate, my Friday it started off great. You know. What about you, Dewayne?
I'm intrigued with PT, to be honest, right now. I just want to hear about his cell phone or his internet plight. That's what I want to hear about. I think
no, it's reminiscent of the cell phone plight that I used to have.
it is, dude. We've got. Here's the thing. We've gotten to the point. Remember, I mean, everybody's spoiled now. We got unlimited everything. We have. Remember the days of like long distance. Remember you call, be like, you know, people are spoiled. You'd have to pay money to call like the next town over. Now we can I can like FaceTime with a dude in a cave in Pakistan. It's easy, man. It's ridiculous.
It's easy to get in trouble FaceTiming with the guy in Pakistan. Let's point that out.
Okay, maybe it depends. It depends on what you're doing. No, it used to be seriously. It used to be like super limited. Remember that? We used to have like 100 anytime minutes. Like that was it. Like 100 anytime minutes. Everything else is after 8 and on the weekends. That's all we did for like a decade. Was we talked on the phone on the weekend because that's when it was free.
Yep.
Oh, and you remember the cards? You remember the cards, right?
Card?
Yes.
Yes.
You had the minutes that you load up. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Credits.
Yeah.
I remember you get a call like in the middle thank you, Justice. You get a call like in the middle of the day. It could be something serious, like, hey, your child's missing. It's like, well, call me after 8. Like, call me. Like,
I hope they're all right.
I'll start looking for them at 8:02. Because you needed a buffer. You couldn't just like start at 8. That was dangerous. Because common sense, if someone called you at 7:59 and you talked for 30 minutes and you got 3 minutes at 8, how many minutes? This is like a bad word problem. How many minutes did you do? Common sense says 1, but that's not how it works, right? Remember that? You got a call at 7:58. You are on the clock for the whole call. You're like, hey, let me hang up and call you back now that it's free.
Cindy said you don't even pick up. You be like, it's too close.
Nope. I'm gonna hold up. You got good too. You got good at talking for like really fast. Like people don't talk on the phone anymore. It's like nobody talks. Right. You just text.
Right.
But like, remember your wife would call you and you'd have like that micro machine man conversation because you wanted to only burn 1 minute. Yep. She called, hey, yeah, I just want to let you know I need you to pick up milk, bread, eggs. I also wanted to let you know that your son is failing algebra. Oh, and by the way, he also had to go to the principal's office and see so-and-so and so-and-so, and he's sick and he broke his foot. Okay, see you when you get home. Bye.
$7.90.
And we didn't miss any of it. We got it all. We knew exactly what was said in a minute. In a minute, man.
Yeah. I miss those days. I mean, Dewayne, talk about. I want you to talk about. I don't know if y'all had this or not. I think it was T-Mobile. I didn't have T-Mobile back then. I had Sprint, but T-Mobile came out with this. You had T-Mobile when they came out with your Fave 5.
Favorite, your friends and family 5. You could for your top 5. You could talk for free to them. So they found a way to destroy your pocket and your family at the same time, because you had to have that conversation with people. They call you at noon and you're like, hey, I gotta go. Can you call me at 8? They're like, but I'm free. It's like, well, okay, you were free, but I had to make some adjustments. I had to
make some hard decisions.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first case of being unfriended. That's the first case of being unfriended.
When I move you out my 5, like who picked number 5?
I know we're married. I know, but
I just want to see you at home.
Dewayne, who picked the number 5 though? Who was like, you know what? Most people only have 5 friends anyway. So let's who made that command decision? Like,
I think we should go back to like just talk. I wish we could go. We should actually go back to like the minute plans for kids because they don't talk on the phone. They don't know how. They legit do not know how. My daughter, if you call my daughter, she will pick up the phone. She will turn it on and just hold it to her ear and be quiet. And you're like, hello? Like, oh yeah, what do you want? It's like, no, you don't understand. Like, Nick, did you have to say something when you were a kid?
Oh yeah. When I was a kid, hello, this is the Baskerville residence. How may I help you?
Oh,
see,
wow.
My daughter, they will never understand that. They will never.
That's real professional, Nick.
I used to answer our phone, White House. That's what I'd be like, White House. It was true on so many levels, dude. It was great.
Oh my gosh.
It was so good.
Ah.
The kids aren't the worst. The kids that don't know how to talk are the worst. Here's the deal. If you are on a speakerphone in Target, I'm getting in your conversation. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. I'm getting in it. I don't need to know that your grandma died, but I'm going to make fun of it. I'm going to promise you that right now. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
Not grandma.
Whoever.
Lord.
Your
That's
dog.
like that.
grandma.
Have you seen that
I don't care.
commercial where they say, "Look, your speaker, your phone's on speaker. You need to turn that." They said, "I don't have that button." It's like, no, we all do. We all have. We all...
I don't know. I just think we're done. We're spoiled, is what I'm trying to get at.
No, I get uncomfortable and nosy all at the same time when people have loud conversations on their. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear it. Like it's not even on speaker, but they have it turned all the way up, so it might as well be on speaker. Like you can hear the person cussing and fussing on the other line.
You have to at least like let the other person know. Like you're telling me about your corns on your feet, and like you don't know that everybody in line at the Chick-fil-A is hearing what you have to say. Like
right, and that's when your friend calls out your full name too. Look, Dewayne Theophis White. Look, it's not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put your name out there like that.
Theosis. Wow.
Aloysius, Dwayne Aloysius White.
Oh, Justice, you wrong.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I don't know. That's my take. I'm sorry about your situation that you currently have, PT. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I understand.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Let's keep going on.
Well, I just, I feel you, Dwayne, because we're all getting older. But I remember one time I was in Target, kids running around. That's what I hate, when your kids are running around in the store. I don't even bring them. But I don't even bring mine. Like my kids didn't go to a store until like 9.
Amen.
No lie. But there was 2 little kids running around, and the mom was like, "If you don't stop running around, I'm gonna tell your dad when we get home." And the oldest girl was like, "Mom, we ain't got no daddy."
Ooh. Wow.
Tell him, at least I know who it is.
Right. But yeah, those were the good old days when we were younger. We had those minutes. That was a good way to get off the phone. I can't, you're gonna get up my minutes. If I don't want to talk to you, I just say I need to get my minutes. But now that I'm older,
I was in Target last week. Hold on, I was in Target last week, and there was a kid in there that had every time he took a step, his little 2-year-old kid, every single time he took a step, his both shoes squeak like dog squeaky toys throughout the entire store. It was it took everything I could just to throw those things over the aisle where he couldn't reach them anymore. It was so hard. It was difficult, man. I was like, why would you buy those? Why would you make those? That's an aunt that makes those. That's someone who does not have children that invented those shoes. That's all.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Nikki. Back to you.
Where's my sister? I believe my sister's on here, and she's done that to me before. And trust me, if I ever get a chance to get her back, when the kids were young, she would get the most noisiest toys.
Drum set.
Like, yes, stop it! Like, why?
My dad did to my aunt and got her a drum set.
Everything she gave them made noise and required batteries. Thank God it required batteries, because I would take the batteries out while they slept. And
right?
They'd be like, "Why does it? It doesn't work." I'm like, "Oh, I've tried everything. I don't know what's wrong with it."
I once told my child the toy rejected all the batteries that we have. So,
Mom, we need to do a battery transplant.
I don't know what to tell you. Every battery that's been made in the world, it just keeps rejecting it. So,
oh my goodness!
It takes a double B. It takes a double B.
No,
like a shotgun.
The kids. I didn't even think about it. Yeah.
Oh, that's
my toys always reject the batteries. I don't know what's wrong. No, but I'm just saying, now that I'm older, though, I appreciate the stuff that we had, like those minutes of, that gave us, we had limits. But now that I'm older, I feel like I be having these take me to the king moments. You know what I'm saying? You can tell you're just getting older. Like I feel like I'm too young to be this old.
Oh, okay.
Like a Garth Brooks song. Right there, that's a good.
Right.
You ever been in the grocery store and you hear your favorite song? Like, why?
Oh, at the grocery store?
Oh yeah.
Why are they playing Salt and Pepper in the grocery store? That's still hip. And then I started snapping my fingers. I was like, my kids be like, "Are you snapping your fingers?" I was like, "Yeah." you know.
When did Kid and Play become classic music? This is not right.
Exactly. Thank you. Or the I don't know, like when I go get up now, do your knees pop, like or crack, like make some type of sound, or you get up?
Actually, mine just talk to me. Like they say, "Hey, what are you doing? You know we're not ready for this. Sit down somewhere and rest your nerves." That's what.
Go slow. That's what my knees say. Go slow. Be easy. Be easy. Light stuff.
Right.
Like, that's what mine sound like every time I get up.
My feet be like heel toe. And then every time, like, I have to plan bathroom routes now when I go out from away from the house because I'm telling you, bladder. Ladies, can you tell me, like, if when you go out, you can't, I don't even use public restrooms anymore because the fact that you got to do different things. Now that you're older, before you could just, squat. Now you got to squat, turn your left knee in, and just lean back and bring in your core just for your stream.
Are you going to the bathroom or playing the hokey pokey? What are you doing?
That's what I'm wondering.
You don't know. You just don't know when you get there. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, that's too much.
Too young to feel this old. The zig. It's just a mess. And then
so you saying the handrail and the stall is for you now? Like before it wasn't. You recognize them now. You like, that's
it. Yeah. Well, if I go in there and there's not one, I'm like,
you like can't use this one.
And then when you squat now, I'm out of breath when I stand up. I can't get my pants pulled up because I gotta go lean on the sink and put my hand on the. I'm so glad that people do a dryer next to the sink so I can put my elbow on the dryer and catch my breath and try to get my pants together before I go out there. And they're thinking in the bathroom for money. I'm just trying to pull up my pants at the same time. I'm too young to be this. No. And I noticed the other day I was on the phone talking to my friend. I think I was talking to Karen. I was like, "Hold on here." Remember your grandmother used to say that? Hold on here. I was like, hold on here. Who says that? I'm too young to be this old.
That was from a song in the 20s. It was super hit back then.
Nikki, look at your friend.
Depends.
Ooh.
But here, that was another take me to the king moment because I couldn't see it. I had to focus, like I had to turn you out to see what she was saying. Whatever, Cindy.
Nikki, that's when you be like, shh, I can't see.
Right,
y'all be quiet.
I be at home.
Y'all be quiet, I can't see.
I'm running around. I'm like, shh, I can't see. Be quiet.
Look, I'm not saying be the old, but she wake up in the morning and she be like, hold on, I can't hear you. Let me put my glasses on. I'm like, hold on, I don't understand.
Exactly.
How these things connect?
Exactly.
Put my glasses on so I can hear you.
A daggone, now I got gray hairs. Look at this. That ain't always on my head, but whatever. Need help. Every time I try to I use black gel now, just to conquerly. Remember Royal Crown?
Yeah. Why you ask? Remember? I mean,
yeah, Nick still.
I'm sorry, Nick.
He keeping them alive.
It's either Royal Crown, the Orange Can, or Afro Sheen every time.
I was like, Jesus, man. So now I feel like I'm in the store, can't go to the bathroom. So I was like, all right, I'm not this old. I'm just too young to feel this old. So I to get me a TikTok.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah.
Follow me on TikTok. I was like,
didn't you plug TikTok last week too?
I plug it every time. I got 2 followers last week. Listen, get 2 more.
One of them was me.
What?
One of them was me.
And I was thank you for it. I followed you back. Look, I'm out here doing offering for TikTok followers. If the Lord leads you to go ahead.
If the Lord leads you. I want you to go ahead and pray about it. And
I'm doing these TikToks and I threw my back out. So I can do that,
Lord.
That one, that's weird. That's a weird one.
All I'm saying is I'm too young to feel this old. I feel like I'm the mother of the church now. Or the Zoom church. Like I had to put in the chat. I told this one girl, if you're gonna be on a Zoom, you need to make sure you got on a firm foundation, You can't be all exposing yourself on the Zoom while the pastor is preaching. If we was, in the service, I would have tapped her on the shoulder. But I just need y'all to pray for me. I'm too young to be this old. Like, where these gray hairs come from? I'm older than my mom. I feel like.
I don't know if y'all understand how age
wisdom,
works.
Nikki.
That's not
Gray
how
hair is
time
wisdom.
works.
I got a lot of wisdom.
She's got a lot of gray hairs. I know. What happened? Was that it?
It was the
That was real abrupt. That was just like, I'm done.
There's no segue, is what you're trying to say?
I mean,
I'm done.
Or you wanted to point because I got all these great
I can do that.
all these great whiskers. I'm like, was she trying to say something? She like, and then just boom, there it is.
Get on the screen. Get on the screen,
Right?
PT.
And look, no, but older people will do that. They would just stop talking, and you like, are you done? Like, have you ever been talking to an older person and they just kind of doze off, and you like, will we finish with the conversation? Like,
do it with your kids all the time.
are you snoring right now? Like,
No, that's because once you get old, you can be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
At all.
Like, look, I have limited time, and you're not going to do anything about it. So just stop. It's a cell phone plan. It's a life cell phone plan. That's
Yeah.
what it is. It's like, look, I got 100 minutes left, and you're not going to waste 18 of them right now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to old age. You know, I ain't rushing it, but I am looking forward to when you can do stuff intentionally, and they would just chalk it up to your old age, and you really did it on purpose, like that. The whole not finishing your sentence, or
You're a good old man.
he just I've been not finishing my sentences, and I was anyway.
I saw that one. I saw it on the distance, and it just
Did you see that? Did you see it coming? Oh my gosh. Okay, so look, you talk about Fridays. My Friday, y'all pray for me. Once again, pray for me. I don't know where Vita is right now, but I'm gonna just use this as my therapy session. Vita she's tormenting me right now. I don't know why she feel like she has to do this. She's making me relive painful memories from my childhood, and I don't know why she feels like this is necessary. Let me give you some clarity and some context so you know where I'm coming from.
Feels like therapy.
Yeah, I just said that. Weren't you listening? You must be getting old. Dewayne. I'm going to do some therapy right now. Look, I come out the bathroom the other day. You know, you take the shower, you want to put lotion on, right? Dewayne, lotion is what black people put on to get rid of what we call ashiness. It's really dry skin. So you have the same issue. It just shows up differently on people of color. So when you get out the shower, this is when you're most, especially in the wintertime, this is when you're the most vulnerable to the condition.
I'm gonna defend Dewayne. He knows what lotion is, okay? If he said cocoa butter, he might have threw him off. But lotion, he's good.
So anyway,
the stinky stuff my wife puts on her hands every time we get in a car because it's an enclosed space and the air will not dissipate. So now I gotta smell lavender and mice or whatever it is. I don't even know what it is.
Oh my goodness! So now, I went to look for the cocoa butter, and
I love it. As soon as you started this, you turned into
Bill Cosby. I know. I don't know what happened to me. I just
what is this?
I went to the room to look for the cocoa butter. No, I'm in the bedroom. I'm trying to find
Camille. Where is the cocoa butter?
Where is the cocoa butter? Camille.
I almost said something. It would not have been clean air.
Oh my gosh. Okay, listen. So I'm looking for the lotion, and she said, "Oh, it's over there by the bed." And I find it by the bed, and it's turned upside down. I don't know if you experienced this. You turn it upside down so you can get every little last bit out of it. So I open it up, I take the pump off of it, and I'm shaking it in my hand. I get very little out. I'm like, babe, it's empty. Can I throw it away? She said, no. Did you put your finger in there? It's some in there. It's more in there. I'm like, Vita, God has been good to us. Do we really need to? Do we still need to be living like this? Can we just go get another bottle? She said, well, we got another bottle. Because I was done. I said, I'm going to the store to get some lotion. She said, no, we got lotion. I said, so you mean to tell me that we had lotion and you put me through this emotional, traumatic situation? That's a trigger for me, because I grew up.
0.04 cents.
my sister's on here. She knows what I'm talking about. I would go into my parents' room and they would have several bottles turned upside down on the dresser. And I'm like, can we just get a new one? I'm like, what? And then they had, sometimes you couldn't run through the house because they were trying to get the last little bit out of one into the other, and you stack them on top of each other, and you can't shake it because
that's like when you got to put water in a shampoo bottle and shake it up. Like,
yes,
dude, we're not saving any money. It's $6 for one ginormous barrel of this stuff. We have another. Just give me the new thing.
I've got
I'll walk across that bathroom soaking wet to get that bottle too. I don't even care.
That's the okay. So let me tell you something else. So my youngest son, just give me 2 more minutes. I'm a preacher, so it's probably gonna be like 20. But look, give me 2 more minutes.
I'm fixing the clothes.
You already know. Pour water in it and shake it up, and you get 3 more. No, Marcus, go somewhere. Go somewhere and sit. Have several seats, Marcus. This is foolishness.
Marcus. It's like the Groundhog Day of shampoo.
No, yeah, just let it go, like Frozen. Let it go.
3 weeks.
Like, I mean, man. So my youngest son, he loves peanut butter, right? Loves peanut butter. So we always have multiple jars of peanut butter in the house at any one time. And what he does is he gets what he can get out of it, and then he wants to throw it away. Now his mom has stopped him from doing that. She said, "Don't throw it away until I can verify that you got everything out of it." So now we have all these almost empty bottles of peanut butter because that's like, Vita, at what point are you gonna go in there? You might have like one good scoop in the thing. Like, why are we? And then some of it is, because it's empty, it gets hard. So then, Marcus, you gotta add some water to it to solve it.
No.
Nope.
My wife does Nutella. She puts milk in it, heats it up, and makes Nutella milk. That's how she empties the jar. It's kind of brilliant, but it's really frustrating at the same time.
I'm glad you brought up milk. I'm glad you brought up milk, Dwayne, because here's another issue I have. When I go in there and I got my mouth ready for some cereal. Cereal's in the cabinet, right? Get the cereal out, boom, get the bowl out, get the spoon out, pour the cereal, go get the milk. I don't have enough milk. Where's the rest of it? We ain't got no milk. What's going on? She said, well, put some water in it. You got some milk. Just put some water. I said, but it's soy milk. So I'm like, it's already watered down. And now you want me to add water to it? Well, I just want to, you know what?
For those of you out there in the audience that thought in that movie Friday that people didn't really talk about water in the milk, you now know. That's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Okay, so that's like you could almost like justify that if you put the water in the milk, but if the milk is already on the cereal and then you add water, like that's just weird. Like both of them are weird, but it's weirder. It's weirder to throw water on it if it's in the bowl. That's soup.
Justice said, "Who puts water on poor people?" Justice, poor people. I knew, I was thinking about this, and I was like, when I share this, and I share my pain, some people are not going to be able to understand the struggle that they were like, what is he talking about? I'm like, because I didn't grow up poor. Okay, but let me explain how I saw it as a child. Okay, I was upper, lower, middle. Okay, upper, lower class. Okay, so we were on the upper end of the lower class, but we was on the lower end of the middle. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's a tough place to be.
No, not at all.
Street.
Like you get new clothes for the beginning of the school year. So see,
from favor.
That's upper, lower, but you shopping at the grocery store, lower, middle. See how the difference? See how? See?
You got the shoes out the bin, right? And they got the connector thing there, right?
Yeah. God is good. All the time.
We're clothes shop at Aldi. It's awesome.
Remember at Demar PT where he got his Christmas shirt?
Yep.
You say, where'd you get it from?
Lidl. Mm-hmm.
You buy everything in Lidl.
Oh,
not ready for that.
So get a gallon of milk and oil and stuff to do an oil change in the middle of Lidl. That's what you're doing.
And a plant.
And a plant. and a
That's
grabber.
the store, man. That's the store. We would go to the store in Japan. It's like those are the stores. Vito say this. The stores in Japan were like that, where you can get everything. You get fresh fish, and like you said, you can get oil for your car. You can get an oil filter. You get clothes.
The first time I was to Lidl, all I wanted was some Chips Ahoy. They was like, yeah, no, we don't. There's no name brand, nothing here. We got
Chips Ahoy.
I was like, okay.
We got Chips Bonjour. We got Chips Bonjour. It's international. We ain't got no Chips Ahoy.
Chips Hola.
Hey, so speaking of like memories of things, you know, we're actually coming up on like the 1 year anniversary of the whole pandemic quarantine thing.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
The pandemic or the quarantine?
Whatever it takes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, man.
So we need to brace ourselves for like those Facebook memories that are going to come up, right?
Oh Lord, yeah. Facebook always bringing up old stuff. Look, I tell you, it's my mother-in-law's birthday, and I couldn't forget it because Facebook's like, hey, let's show some memories that you and her name has shared. I'm not gonna put her name out there because she might get mad at me. But look, so you know, and the funny thing was the memories that they showed, the two memories they showed of me and my mother-in-law were pictures of me and her daughter. So I thought that was very ironic. It was like we have a picture together. We have pictures together, but Facebook did not identify those as the ones. I'm like, something's wrong with that algorithm.
Them Facebook memories can get you. Because they go back. Like I had one go back 11 years. I was on a whole other relationship. Like, wait a minute, sir.
Right. You like, right? Delete. Do you want to share? Look, they're like, it's only visible to you. Good. Good.
No, let's keep it. I don't even want it visible to me. Just turn. Just kill it all. Throw the whole phone away.
So if it's anniversary time, I guess are we celebrating? How do you celebrate the anniversary of the quarantine, the lockdown?
Well, I can tell you how not to do it. Don't watch Netflix. Because I have finished, so it is nothing new for me.
What about take a trip? How about we take a trip to
go to Cancun? You can go to Cancun. Cancun's open.
Now, in all fairness, I don't know what you're talking about. I heard that there was a father who was trying to take care of his family and would do so at the expense of going to a whole nother country to provide for them. That
escape. He had to escape the terror of Texas and go to Mexico. Wait, this is not. I wish there was a wall to stop people from going. If only there was a wall.
Oh my god!
If you would have just gone to the Clean AF show,
right?
Where, man? No. Ted.
Oh, change your face mask. Oh yes. Yeah, some people need to change it. That's a good point. If you were wearing the same, I'm not a doctor. I am, but not that kind of doctor. I think that face masks degrade.
Jesus.
I think that face masks degrade over time. What'd you say, Nikki?
I said you a doctor too?
How did you not know this?
I am. How did y'all not know this?
On the football team, he a pastor. He do lights, sound, production, video. He a doctor.
Did I not tell you how I grew up poor? When you grow up poor, you learn how to hustle. That's the one thing you learn, man. You learn how to do everything, man. Ain't nobody doing nothing for you. You do it for yourself. That's it.
DRPTB.
Oh my
God.
god.
On his email.
Yeah, I don't. But anyway, so Nick, what you doing? We talked about we gonna take a trip. You already ran Netflix out. You know what, Nick? You can do TikTok. Get on TikTok.
Okay. No.
Do a video.
Doing those dances with your afro, Nick. I'm trying to tell you, you would have
I'm telling you, you have a following tomorrow, right? You would have a following, bro.
I would follow you on my TikTok, which is funny girl.
You know what? There's no shame in your game, Nikki.
DDub Comedy. Just saying.
And if
y'all just throw it out there. I am not on TikTok, but you can follow me on other platforms. Bratton. No.
I don't know that I could be on TikTok because you have to get followers, and I see how followers treated Jesus, and I'm like, I don't want no more followers. I don't know what
to do. One follower. It was just that
12. It was 11, maybe 11.
Speak on it. Big orders.
You gotta know your team. That's all I'm saying. It's not like Jesus didn't know he was. You know, you gotta know your team. You gotta
I'm telling you.
know your top.
Weird, man.
Did you say no K?
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Tierra said, you know what? I love In Living Color. I love In Living Color. Look, hey man, gotta go to work. Hey man.
In Living Color has inspired a lot of stuff on this show. That's why, like, I saw what happened to Jim Carrey as being the only white dude on In Living Color. So I was like, yeah, I'm on this show for sure.
Right?
You guys like, hey, you want to do a show? Yes, I do. I do, absolutely.
Is he the only one that's still really working?
We had to stop for a second. Like, hold on.
And then you had, was it J-Lo?
Marlon's still.
First of all, J-Lo.
Marlon is still working.
Marlon. J-Lo doesn't count.
Why?
She was a fly girl. I mean, all she had to do was sit and be pretty. That, you know, what she's still doing.
I remember him moving a lot.
I bet you did.
I was a teenager.
Oh my god. Jamie Foxx was on Living Color. He's still working.
He's my favorite character. Wanda was my favorite character.
Back, it goes full circle.
Call back.
Boom.
David Alan Greer is still working.
Yeah, he has a new show coming out with.
Is he related to Pam Grier?
Who is Pam? Never mind.
Wait a minute. Did you say who? Who?
I said Pam Grier.
I know who Pam Grier is.
Who said who? You better know who Black Sheba, baby.
I knew nothing about
I'm just saying I brought up Pam Grier and you went, who?
Because I wasn't allowed to watch those type of movies.
Oh. Well, she's been in other movies since the Blaxploitation period.
Okay.
Before we go too long, I would like to give Dewayne an extra 5 points for bringing up Pam Grier during Black History Month.
Thank you.
Good job, sir. Good job.
I've been working out, drinking milk and water, and it's been good. Been training a lot, so I appreciate you guys. Appreciate
milk and water.
Like to
chocolate milk, I hope, because it's Black History Month.
Like to thank Lord Jesus Christ and
not Lord Jesus Christ.
You know what? I know the ticker is scrolling, but I hate it when the award shows the look for murder, kill.
I can thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for helping me write the dialogue in Snakes on a Plane.
Right. I'm like, what in the world?
Oh man.
One day we're gonna get on the rails. We're gonna start the show right in this.
Cindy doesn't believe it. She said there are no more rails anymore.
There are no rails.
No more rails.
It's like when you go bowling.
Look, apparently Tierra does know who Pam, because he is steady listing movies.
Maybe we should have asked about that last
right?
show.
So are you getting a little excited with this?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna save some of these laughs for next week. We are glad that you came out and kind of hung out with us. You see our social media that we happen to have there next to our name, so we encourage you to come follow us and see all the things that we have. Just so many things that we're doing, and we would love to have you there in our presence or in the presence and just laughing and just enjoying yourself.
Right. Hey, Nick, real quick. Black History Month, we're doing something. Right. All right. I thought about it when I said it. ASAP is doing a show. And Nick, aren't you like one of the hosts for the show?
Yeah. There is that thing. I think they said, well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we need someone who looks, Black History-ish. Like there's a guy with an afro.
Oh.
History-ish.
Nick,
yeah, they asked me first. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you were.
We're gonna be Abraham Lincoln. Like, I'm sorry.
I didn't send a photo. I just sent my name in.
Somebody said they already got the tickets for the show. Yes, check out ASAP. I think it's ASAP.org because they weren't fast enough to get the first one. So check that out. Get your tickets to the show. It's gonna be good. You're gonna have storytellers like Nick, and you're gonna have comedians like me, and then you're gonna have people in the audience like Dewayne. So it's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna be there.
I don't get an honorable mention. Like I'm not in the audience because she ain't on the stage. Just gonna put that out there. Just gonna put that out there.
Bye, y'all.
Till next time, folks. See you later.